So we get back to the room, right? We sitting on the couch talking. Now this is nice. We talking nice room, nice, right? Yeah. Man, that liquor start wearing off. Ha. Ha. Flav went from looking like Ray J back to himself.
Real life. If it ain't real life, just ain't real. Real life, street stars. You know what time it is.
Let's just get the name together, right? Because people know me as Goldie, but my name is Courtney Jackson.
Courtney Jackson, yes.
Courtney Goldie Jackson. And I go by both. I answer to both, but just, you know what I mean? Let's put it all
Yeah,
out
let's
here.
put it all together.
Yeah.
As you always introduce as Courtney Jackson, and they may know you as Goldie.
As Goldie.
Which, you didn't name yourself that, right?
I did not. And let me tell you, I don't even remember getting named.
Yeah.
No, like I don't remember that part of the night. Because you got to think, like, I was so drunk. Like, I was so gone. Like, all the way. And this is the thing, I tried my best not to get that drunk that night. Damn. You know what I mean? Like, I kept saying, like, yo, we need food. Please give us food. Give us food. We waiting on Flav to get to the house. And it was like, okay. And they kept pouring us champagne. Oh, so, you know, I'm just drinking. And next thing I know, I'm drunk. Like, yeah. So yeah.
I'm glad you said champagne. I thought it might have been vodka or something, but champagne to get it done.
It was just champagne. And I never drunk champagne like that. So I didn't know, you know your tolerance with different drinks. Yes. I didn't know my tolerance with champagne. I just knew that when I'm drinking alcohol, I need food, and they didn't give us that.
And so, that was the official first night?
That was the official first night that we were in the house.
And you already met the girls already, or?
So briefly, because what happened was they put us in a hotel for 3 days. Like isolated, you couldn't leave. You couldn't leave your room. Like you had to, you were ordering, food, food to the room or whatever, right. And whatever you wanted, they was, bringing it to you. You just couldn't leave because they didn't want like an accidental bump into somebody else. So on that Sunday, the third day, okay, we get downstairs, and then this is when you see everybody that's gonna be on the show with you.
Ooh.
Yeah,
sizing them up.
Yeah, sizing them up. So I already knew, like, I'm knowing, like, I see Hottie over there. She got on her pink feathers. I'm knowing I'm going to get you. I'm coming for you. Like, I knew she was going to be funny. I seen New York. Like, me and New York was sitting on the same couch, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, you think you better than everybody. Okay. So, yeah, and then me and Pumkin we locked eyes. Like, we both was laughing at, like, everybody. So I knew me and her was going to be real cool.
Hoops was, because I mean, she looked, from my memory, she looked bad. Like, damn, she looked good.
Yeah.
Was she like, all right, she's a standout, or did anyone like, who stood out to you like, it's like, ooh, that looked like a motherfucker?
I mean, that I thought was gonna win, or I felt like
was gonna win, that has a good opportunity to kind of go through that.
You know what? Oh man, I don't know. I definitely felt like Hoops was probably gonna be, competition for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. The girl from, oh Lord, I can't remember her name right now. She was from Atlanta. The one that was like, I'm a model.
That.
She was cool, but like I was looking at her too, like, okay. Yeah, long hair, thick, red bone. Okay, yeah. Flav probably gonna, he probably gonna be on that too. So, but you just never knew. And I really wasn't even concerned so much about that the first night. I was just worried about like trying to spend enough time with him. Like I wanted to get in just enough time with him to where, that you were memorable. What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Courtney Goldie Jackson, and I just did a bomb interview with Reallyfe street stars. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe.
Yeah. So wait. So what is your history from Flavor Flav? Like, what did you know of the man? If you don't mind.
I mean, I knew a lot about Flav. Like, I knew he was, a part of Public Enemy. I was a fan of his. I knew that for a while he had like fell on hard times. You know what I mean? They said he had been on drugs, and then he had came back because he did some Reallyfe with Brigitte Nielsen. So I had watched, most of that, and I knew he was, coming back. So yeah, and I was like, I couldn't believe that him and Brigitte was really, you know what I mean? They looked like they was really feeling each other. Like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that looked like a win. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
What was Flavor Flav's most attractive feature?
His personality.
His personality.
Well,
okay, so physically, when you because I mean, when you first
why would you put me under this kind of pressure?
When you first locked eyes with Flavor Flav and you was like, yeah, what about his physical nature did you was like, I'm really into that?
Man, I don't think it was nothing
Okay.
about his physical that I was really feeling.
Okay.
I mean, he was so look. Flav was nice. He is such a nice guy. He's so cool. His personality is dope. And that's what you focused on. Yeah.
Them type of niggas get friend zoned though.
They do.
So I'm like, so I
They
guess
do. They do. Yeah, they do.
You must have smelled the money. So hold on, wait. So wait.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is it true that they did auditions for this show on Craigslist?
They did. Well,
Damn.
they didn't. So they put it. Yeah, they put it on Craigslist because that's where I saw it.
That's kind of
first.
hood.
Yeah.
That's kind of hood.
Yeah, it was. It was. You know what I mean? But you know,
So
when
you saw it
when you don't have an agent, which I didn't have an agent at the time, that's what you gotta, you gotta finesse. So yeah.
You thought it was serious though when you seen it on Craigslist?
Yeah, I thought it was. And look, so I was doing extra work at the time.
Okay, so you
I ended up running into this girl doing extra work who was on the pilot for Flavor of Love. And so I was like, oh yeah, I seen that. What's up? I'm trying to get the tea on it. So she telling me how it was when they did the pilot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. Okay. So I didn't really take it serious until my homegirl took me to the audition. Like she wanted me to go with her. And I was like, all right, you know what I mean? I won't doing nothing else that particular day.
Right.
So I went with her.
Yeah.
I mean, in LA, you just trying to work. We went to the 51 Mines building. So we get to the building. I remember, I never forget. It was 3 people in line, me, her, and another girl. Right. And so I'm looking like, dang, this is like a show don't nobody want to be on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So then they call us back. And then they asked the producers had asked my girl, they was like, well, could you see yourself falling in love with Flavor Flav? And she was like, like that.
Damn.
And you know what I'm saying? so I'm like, ooh, this girl ain't broke enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
she ain't broke enough.
Yeah, you ain't
Clearly,
at the bottom yet.
Okay. Right. Started from the bottom, now we here like.
You got standards.
Yeah, how dare you? Right?
Wait, hey.
Look, when they asked they looked at me, they asked me the same question. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you see yourself falling in love with Flavor Flav? And I was like, shit, hell yeah. He looked like everybody else I done dated. For real.
Were you single at the time? Were you single?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
so
I was
open.
single at the
You
time.
was
I don't think I could have did the show like that if I had a dude.
Sometimes
I don't think a dude would have stood for that.
Real nigga would have been like, baby, you better go get that goddamn money. I ain't worried about
How much they paying?
I ain't worried about you kicking it with that ugly ass nigga.
And look, and girls was getting eliminated because they was getting caught on the house phone talking to they dudes.
Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta go.
They was getting up out of there.
So they did a pilot episode with other girls before.
With 20 other girls. The only chick that was on the pilot that eventually made it to the show was Safari.
Oh wow.
She was actually on the pilot, and then she ended up on season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So let's go and let's break it down, man, because this show right here was one of, the white people had The Bachelor, and we didn't have quite our own show for our own, bachelorette type of thing.
Right.
But y'all came through with Flavor Love season 1, and you really stood out.
Thank you.
What's that one line that everybody knows?
The chicken.
The chicken,
How'd y'all enjoy the chicken? I thought the chicken was lovely. Yeah.
So tell us, man, how was it filming the show itself? As far as where was Flavor Flav the whole time? Was girls like sneaking off to his room?
Yes.
Oh damn.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh no. It was nothing for girls to tiptoe. You know what I mean? In the middle of the night and go into Flav's room, you know what I mean? And we would know. We always knew who was going in there, New York. We always knew who was, you know what I'm saying, trying to spend quality time
how
with
you know
Flav.
you hear like yeah, boy. Like, how you know? How do you know?
We just knew. I mean, we just knew who was, dipping off, and then we would be talking about it like, oh yeah, she went in Flav's room, or I seen her, go down the hallway, or whatever. We was kind of keeping tabs on everybody else, and it was nothing else to do. Right. We didn't have, no TV, no radio, no outside influence. It's just what's going on in the house. Yeah.
Did he ever have a threesome or anything like that with the girl?
Not that I know of. Yeah, nah. I don't think so. Well, I take that back. Because not when I was in the house, but I'm saying watching like the last show with him, Hoops, and Pumkin. I mean, they was all in the shower together. Right. So, one would think. One would wonder. Yeah.
Was liquor flowing freely like y'all?
Absolutely every day. All day long. You stayed toe up Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
always
I
makes.
had, you know what I mean? That was kind of crazy just being somewhere where it was just free liquor
Yeah.
all day.
How
Yeah.
long was shooting for those that don't know TV production?
Okay, so the show is 10 episodes total. And so we were there, the winner is there for a month, 4 weeks. So like, you know, like when you get eliminated, you leave right then. When you walk out the door, it's time to go, right? They take you home right then. You already have all your stuff packed up, ready to go every elimination. What's wild is the night I got eliminated, that's the night I didn't pack my stuff because I didn't think I was going home.
Oh,
I thought for sure Pumpkin was going home before me.
for real.
For sure.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had just spent, you know what I mean? I had just spent quality time with Flav.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't think he was gonna do me like that.
Yeah.
Like what? Come on, Flav.
How quality was the time though?
The time was cool quality time. It
Yeah.
wasn't no sleeping together. It wasn't none of that.
Yeah.
So now that I think about it, that's kind of why I went home. Yeah. Nah. It was funny too, because that night, that's when I kissed him, right? So once again, I'm drunk as hell. Me and New York was up in there, like, we pouring each other drinks. And then when I got down to the pool area, we was at the W Hotel. When I get down to the pool area, like, I see Flav, but I'm like, dang, Flav, you kind of looking good right now. Oh, God, you looking better than, you know what I'm saying? You would ever look with me. Hey, yeah. Gave him a hug and kissed him. Like, I kissed this nigga, like I kissed him like we was in love with each other. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what came over me. It was a spirit of I want to win. That's what came over me. Right? Because I had been on there for a while. So, kind of back to your, I was on there for like 3 weeks and 2 days or whatever the case. So, okay, let's go back to the kiss, right? So now we outside eating dinner together, me, him, in New York. New York looking at me like she want to kill me. I'm looking at her like, girl, bye. And North Carolina showed up in the building. Let's go. All right? So then Flav is already looking at me like, yes, Goldie, I'm taking you to the room. Like, you know, he be eating hard. Like, food be flying. He be like, yeah, Goldie, we about to take you to the room. So we get back to the room, right? We sitting on the couch talking. Now, this is nice. We're in a nice room. Nice, right? Yeah. Man, that liquor start wearing off. Flav went from looking like Ray J back to himself. And man, and I'm like, so he notices though, because my energy changes. So he goes like, dang, Goldie, you getting cold on me. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, Flav. Woo, man. So then this is when we go into like the bedroom part, and he thinks I need the camera people to leave. Like, he thinks that's what's gonna make it, you know what I mean, happen. So he goes, hey, y'all need to leave. And I'm looking at the camera crew like, well, where y'all going? Why y'all leaving? Dang it, this got real, right? Okay. Oh, right. So, okay, boom, Flav, you know, he walking around the room, you know what I mean, kicking it, talking, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, like, trying to figure out how to get out of this. Because I don't want this to go there, right? I'm just kicking it. So anyway, Flav go in the bathroom, he turn on the water in the tub. Yeah, he's very romantic, and he love baths. He loves taking baths. So he got the bubbles in there and everything. I'm like, oh, yeah. How my anxiety going up? I don't know what to do. How he looking at me like, you know what I mean? How like, oh, you succulent over there, Goldie. I'm like, okay.
Remind us, what outfit did you have on that night? You remember what you had on?
I had on a blue dress that night. I had on the blue dress. So I go, so I just like, someone was like, go in there and turn the water off. And I was like, okay, something, yeah, let me go turn the water off. So I go in there and I turn the water off, right? And I come back and sit on the bed, and he was steady walking and talking. And then he goes, did you turn the water off? And I was like, uh-huh. And he was like, okay. So like, he knew what it was. And then we just kicked it that night, and it was cool. Yeah. Until, the next day at elimination.
So, at no point in your mind, you didn't feel like you was going home after that? You like it didn't click like, yeah, this is my last night here.
It did not.
You know now.
Yeah, I was young.
Wait,
Look, in my defense, I was young, y'all. I was 25. I was 25
Okay,
at the time, so it's like I just didn't put two and two together. Now as a grown woman, I already know.
Question
I already know.
is, if you would have gotten that bathtub, do you feel like, knowing you would have been staying, probably winning?
Absolutely, yeah, because I'd have went hard. You know what I'm saying? If I was gonna do it, I'd have really did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd have given Flav the best night of his life. The best night of his life. All right. It wouldn't have been because come on, man. How am I gonna give it up and then go home? No, we're not doing that. We showing out. Yo.
If you could go back in time, would you have done it? Now?
Good question. Knowing what I know now. Yeah, probably.
You could still do it.
Oh, the moment's passed.
No,
The moment's
you know-
passed. It's over. It's a wrap. No, I'm good.
He still has money.
You know, you said, like you said, you were 25. I feel like you could have got away. Like, I was young. I wouldn't have.
But-
You knew enough to know. Don't fuck this nigga.
But you know, yeah, like I mean, and this the thing though. For me, it ain't. It's like I gotta be attracted to you.
Right.
Like I gotta really like you in order to, you know what I'm saying, do all that. So I did. It
what you're saying
wasn't that.
He should have poured you one more drink, is what you're saying, because the kryptonite wore off a little.
I mean,
It don't be
just-
enough.
it
It
just wore
don't
off
be
fast.
enough alcohol when you right there in it.
I mean, into his defense, I did kiss him like it was on and popping. I did. To his defense. So yeah, I get where he, you know what I mean, thought. You know,
Did
New
you-
York was like, she was so mad
Man, I don't.
with me that night.
Did you ever see him in the nude?
No. Mm-mm. But I heard he was hung like a horse though. I heard. No, well, when did I hear that? I don't know, but it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered because I didn't, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
So who do you feel like was genuinely there
For
for
Flav.
Flav? Like actually
Oh.
could really find him attractive and could love him.
See, I feel like New York. I would probably have to say New York.
New York. If she was acting, you couldn't even fucking tell.
Exactly. And see, you know how sex make you like somebody,
Right.
like more than you normally would.
Did New York knock him down?
I
We don't know on
mean,
camera. Well, let me ask this.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let me ask this.
Allegedly.
How many girls do you think did the do with him during that season?
During that season, I would say about 4.
That's pretty good. Hey,
Yeah,
Flav.
I'd
Shout
say
out Flavor
4.
Flav, man.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
That's very good average, man.
Yeah.
Got his money. Got
Yeah,
his money's
but
worth.
what's wild is that, come to find out, his lady was there the whole time.
Wow.
Who knew that?
In the
We
background.
didn't. We didn't know that. We saw her walking around, but she was with the girl who was like braiding his hair braider. So we thought she was part of the crew.
So let me ask you, what about Ricky B, the Ricky B head, the security guy who's always posted right
Big
there.
Rick.
B Rick, yeah.
Big Rick. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
was-
that was the dude right there. He was cool.
Was
Yeah.
anybody on
Not at all.
Damn.
Not at all. Nobody was thinking about Big Rick at all. Like, but Big Rick seemed so much older than us. You know what I mean? He wasn't nobody. Now, there was a member of the camera crew that I had my eye on the entire time. I was like, man, I was just like, turn the camera off. Flav ain't gonna know nothing. He not gonna know nothing.
How many clocks did he bring with him
You know
on set?
what? I don't know.
Did you see his clock collection?
Nah, I didn't see all his clocks. He had the little one that he was wearing for confessionals, and then he had the one that Buck Wild gave him.
Did he ever break that down to you, like why he got the
Why
clock?
he wears certain clocks
Yeah,
at certain times? Nah, he didn't.
I didn't
I
get
just
that deep.
assumed he wears whatever matches his outfits, or goes or whatever. But you don't see him without a clock.
Illuminati.
I mean, his tagline was, "You know what time it is." So
Oh, there you go.
you know what I'm
There you go.
saying? That was his tagline. So yeah.
So let me ask you about some of the cast members. Let's just start with New York. Tiffany Pollard.
Uh-huh.
She went off to go do season 2. Man, she done did a lot.
She did
Not
a
only
lot.
Flavor Flav, but just
Yeah.
in general.
Mhm.
Did you see that coming for her? Like just knowing her, like she put on such a show that it's like.
She did.
Did you see that coming? Like, yeah, you gonna make it far in this reality TV world. Did you
I
see that?
did not see that, all of that coming for her. Like, I think she saw it for herself though. Because like it was moments where, you know what I'm saying, we would just be chilling and she was like, Goldie, we're gonna look amazing on TV. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, okay, I was about to go get another drink. I won't really think about how we looking on TV.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, I think she just kind of had that in her mind. Now, when she didn't win and Flav was saying to her, I got you. That's when I was like, oh yeah, she getting ready to get a spinoff.
Okay,
Yeah. So she had that, and then with her second one, and then a lot of other.
Yeah, the spinoff,
Yeah.
the second one. You know, she had her situations going.
Mm-hmm.
What about Hoops? Because I
Uh-huh.
think she went off to date Shaq.
She did.
And what?
Yeah.
Like, when
And
you
I was waiting on my NBA
yeah,
player.
yeah. Wait. Where
Yeah.
my NBA player?
Yeah, where mine at? I'd
So-
like one, please. Can I have one of those?
Did anyone hit you up? Because I'm sure people watching at home like, I love me some Goldie. I love me some
Oh,
Goldie.
thank you.
How many people hit you up? Like hopped in? Was it DMs back then or MySpace?
It wasn't no DMs back there.
What was going on back then? I
Nah,
don't
that
know.
was MySpace.
Yeah, it was MySpace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
anybody run into your MySpace page after that? Like anybody of note?
Not of note. Nah, it was just like a bunch of regular dudes.
Same little life.
Yeah. Nah, but I will. Okay, like let me say this. The perception after the show was that like people said I was the big one. Like, oh, you was big girl. You was the big one from the show. I'm like,
What?
big? Like I wasn't even that big. You know what I mean? But because everybody else was so slim and
Very
tiny.
true. Yeah, you got the buck. You got
right. And so they would say things like, you know, oh, Hoops was too pretty to win. Like, okay, what do I do? And like it was always like little jabs. I felt like people
It's
was
crazy
taking.
because you know being thick is so in now.
It's so in now.
That it's like back then.
But 20 years ago, it was not so in, like, you know what I mean, like that, especially on TV. And TV does make you look bigger than you are. So, but I was like, you know, I mean, I did pull a, you know, R&B singer.
Okay. Trace.
Did date somebody, you know what I'm saying, prominent at that
Okay.
time. So I was like, I might be the big one, but
I'm getting to it.
okay.
I'm
I'm
getting-
still snatching them up, like, yeah.
So Goldie, Hoops, New York, Pumpkin, Buck Wild.
Who was the R&B singer?
See, I can't reveal it. I don't kiss and tell. He already knew I wasn't gonna kiss and tell. If I was gonna say the name, why you ain't all say it?
We had
somebody who was really well known at that time. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So what I was gonna say was not. Nah, so
I wish. Oh my God! Look! I just went right. I just went to see Usher in Paris, right?
Oh,
God! You saw like throwing myself. He couldn't hear me, but I was throwing myself.
Yeah, I seen them draws hit the ground.
Like, I want to please get me pregnant. Usher, get me pregnant.
Damn.
But you know, he was too far away. He was
All right,
too
there
far
go
away.
Usher, if you're listening. So there are some that their names just remember again. Buck Wild. I think you interviewed
I
Buck
just
Wild here
interviewed
recently.
Buck Wild, and me and her went to we just went to Cozumel together for my
dope.
birthday.
How was that?
I mean, dope.
Did y'all record it? Was it a
So
camera crew?
fun. No, it wasn't a
Damn,
camera
man, you gotta
crew. We
have
need
your own
that.
spinoff.
We need our own show.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's going on, man?
plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So now that was we went snorkeling every day,
that
and
is
I can't
dope.
even swim. I don't know how that happened.
You just jumped into snorkeling?
Snorkel.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like when we was in the ocean, she was holding my hand.
Okay,
You know what I mean? And I'm kind of, so that was cool. But then one particular day, like we went on a snorkel like boat, like a cruise little thing. So on this one you had to jump in the water. You had to dive in the water. I can't remember. I can't swim like that, right? I'm used to easing in. So we had the little, the life jacket, but it wasn't the jacket. It was like the block. So it was a block that you put over your head. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not used to the block. I'm used to the regular. So I get in the water, I dive in, and then the block, like because she told me to put my snorkel like down here, and I was like, no. I can't. It's too much in the way. So when I jump in the water, splash, and then the block like comes up to my neck, and I'm like, I don't like it, no, I can't breathe, but why? And I'm panicking. I am panicking in this water, and I'm like climbing on her, and she was like, hey, come get her. It's like, she need to get back on the boat. Struggling. Thank you, Bo Wow, for saving my life. Thank you. That's it. She saved my life.
So as far as the show, how real were like the fights and altercations between the ladies?
So all of the beef on my season was 100% real. Like, I don't know where people pull these attitudes from, but off the rip, like, nobody was feeling New York. I mean, I liked her. She was cool, but a lot of the girls didn't like her attitude because she didn't want to get along. She didn't want to talk to nobody. So, yeah. So that was just like real beef. You know what I mean? When people just shade you. So, yeah. And then the spitting scene was, I mean, that was the craziest thing I ever seen on TV in my life.
Can you walk us through that as far as from just you knowing the girls and you watch it? Like,
listen.
Go ahead.
So the whole time Pumpkin kept saying, I hate her. I want to do something to her. I want to fight her. Right. And I was like, well, fight her then. Like, fight her. If you feel like that, you very emotional about it. So you should do something with that emotion. And and you know, but she can't fight. So she was just like, oh, like every time her in New York had words. So anyway, it was a long time coming. That spit was a long time coming. So it just was at that very moment, Pumpkin couldn't take it no longer when New York was like, yeah, do it. And then she spit. Now, I say this, though. I don't condone anybody spitting on nobody. I thought it was super nasty. Like, you don't spit on nobody. If you push the girl, grab her hair, do something. Take your shoe off, throw it at, like, do something. But spitting, come on, that's the nastiest thing you can do to a person. That's the most disrespectful. It was she pulled that from her spirit.
Yeah, from the mucus of the membrane.
Deep down inside of her. So, yeah, that was nasty. But I feel like New York was too constrained too. Like you should have beat the brakes off that girl.
Yes.
Yeah, you should have been on Love After Lockup after that.
Is there security security off camera? Like
what? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Kinda not security, but just like people that work for the crew.
Okay.
Yeah, so the crew will keep you from fighting.
So is he far away?
Right.
So did they ever like encourage y'all like, hey, like or insinuate or create issues for y'all to kind of be more
confrontational?
Confrontational or active with each other?
I mean, a little bit. Like for instance, they told Red Oyster like she needed to be the snitch. She needed to be like, you know, the spy, whatever, and running back and telling, you know, what she was seeing going on. I don't know. Like, not really. Not so much. Not for our season. You know what I mean? Because it was already kind of a lot of built-in drama.
Correct.
You know? And yeah. So then, but then the producers did sit down with me on the couch. They sat down with me and they were like, Goldie, you could win. You could win it all, but we need you to turn it up. And I was like, ooh, what you mean by that? Like, and you know, of course, you know, they mean like you gonna have to. Yeah. Real girls get down on the floor like a pimp. You know, so I said I always say I went as far as I could go.
That means Flav probably told the producers like, man, you know, y'all go put something in there. You know, sometimes producers the best wingman.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So we had a director that popped out one time, like literally one time. I had no idea who this person was. I said something to somebody in the bathroom, and they was just like all of a sudden he just appeared. Wow. And he was like, hey, Goldie, what you said in the bathroom, could you say that again for the camera? And we was like, oh, y'all literally listening to everything, like
so
everything.
Can you give us some industry secrets here, because I'm curious. This is where's this house located at, or
it's in Bel Air.
Bel Air. Ooh, goddamn. Okay, yeah. Goddamn. Are the producers there like behind a wall or in a room, like?
They're in another room. So this of course is a real house, right? It's a real house, not Flav's house, of course. You know what I'm saying? This is a rented crib. I think at the time, he was living in an apartment or something in North Hollywood. Yeah, but so they're in a room that we didn't see anybody. So it would be a thing of you could just be like, okay, you know how now if you say something, it'll just pop up on your phone and you be like, man, they listening, right? Well, that's kind of what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would be talking about, ooh, dang, I wish I had a piece of chocolate cake. Next thing you know, there's some chocolate cake in the kitchen. Yeah. Like, you could really say anything, boom, and then it would just appear. It would just appear in the kitchen. Yeah.
If you could say anything to Flavor Flav right now, what would you tell him?
Right here. Nah, for real, I would tell Flav, like, I love you so much. You a real one. Thank you so much for what you did for my life, my career. You put me on. You one of the best people I know in the world. You are so dope. I miss you. You always gonna be my dude forever. Thank you.
Have you talked to him since then?
I have since the show, yeah, because I was doing a comedy show. We were doing a show with Barbara Carlisle in South Carolina, so that was a whole week, and he hosted the whole week. Because I think Flav was trying to do comedy at one point, so he was hosting that whole week we did in the Columbia.
So Flav is like the one that got away, huh?
You know what? No, I love him. Like, you don't understand. You have to meet this dude. Like, I'm telling you, you won't be the same when you meet Flav. Like, he's a whole vibe.
Yeah, you give him a lot of power. You give him a lot of power, guys.
He's a whole vibe.
Okay.
He is.
No, I just saw him 2 days ago, literally doing a slingshot in California. I said, this nigga doing a slingshot? Like
and
that
they
nigga
just
bold
made
as fuck.
they made him like the official spokesperson of women's water polo or something like that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, come on, man. That's Flavor Flav,
He
man.
dope. Come on.
So let me ask you, how is it working for VH1 though? Like, would you work with them again for everything they've done, everything they paid y'all, right?
I mean, we got paid.
Okay.
Yeah, we got paid, but we only got paid like for the days that we were on the show.
Oh,
We
so
only made it per diem.
damn, so
you get no residual income. So that's what, like, for anybody that want to get into reality TV, just know, like, you're not getting no residual income like regular television pays.
right, when that DVD sale hits,
Man,
you're not getting that DVD
You're not
money.
getting none of that. At the time when the show came out, I think I had like 12 ringtones on their website, and I got no money from that
The ringtones
at
were
all.
selling.
Ringtones were selling. It's like little sound bites and stuff I used to say.
What, they own your likeness or something? They own shit.
Like Dave Chappelle said, yeah, they own your likeness into perpetuity.
Damn, see, they got big words.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Dave Chappelle said it. He put me on. Shout out to GOAT.
Nah, for real.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.